Wagwan, what's great? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Chef Adrian Morris and you're tuning into Morris Time Cooking. If you're a regular, you already know. For instance, we go to red and black, KFC settings. You've asked for it and I'm here to deliver. We're making today, as seen in the title and that beautiful thumbnail, the Jamaican KFC Zinger sandwich. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. After the intro, we get right into it.
We know about sardine, mackerel, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
So I see you're back and you're ready and waiting to learn how to make this Zinger sandwich. The first thing I'm going to do is give you a rundown of the ingredients. At KFC, they use chicken thigh versus chicken breast. So that's what we're going to be working with. I have here 4 chicken thigh, I would say about a pound worth, right? And this is already washed. And someone asked me in the last video, what do you wash your chicken with? I wash with a little bit of vinegar, like a cork full to about 2 to 3 cups of water and a little squeeze of lime juice. That's it. Wash that, and then you rinse it to get all of that lemon and vinegar taste off. The purpose of this is to just remove any debris from the chicken or the excess rawness, right? I have here, as I said, the chicken, and I bought this straight from the store. You can buy the chicken thighs and debone it. I have a video out on that, so you can check it out right there. But here I have some deboned and skin remove and everything chicken thigh. So already washed and clean. It looks like a little blood water is in there, but it's not a lot. This is from it being thawed out, right? And then now over here I have the spices for the marinade. So for spices, we have a tablespoon of chili powder, we have 1 teaspoon of white pepper, we have a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of black pepper, a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Then over here we have 1 tablespoon of salt, and right here we have a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of white sugar, and a teaspoon of onion powder. That's it for our marinade. You get what I say? And we're going to be putting in a Scotch bonnet pepper called Jamaican KFC style we are give you, and then a tablespoon of green seasoning. And that's about it. I have right here, however, get a look. Can't see it properly because it's all covered. Let me dig in. So I already have here 4 chicken thighs that's been marinating for 3 days now. It's covered under that spicy marinade. You get me? Well infused. There we go. That's nice. Yeah. Alright, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to show you how we're going to bring that together. First, I have here 1 cup of ice water. The colder the better, because we want to get a nice thick marinade. And whatever blender of choice, and I'm going to go in with my green seasoning in. Scotch bonnet pepper. Now for the Scotch bonnet pepper, you can remove the seeds if you don't want too much heat. Because remember, we have the chili flakes and everything. The heat is in the seed. We're going to remove a bit of the seed. We're going for most of the flavor from this one. Now we're going to scrape all our spices in. I'm going to cover this up. And we're going to give it a blend. And for my green seasoning, if you want to learn how to make that, I have a video out. Check it out right there. You see me? Let's see what this looks like now. So blend it until everything is combined. Nice. I'm gonna pour that marinade right over our chicken. Cover that. And see, we have extra here, but we're just gonna go in with everything in. As I said, if you have more chicken, you can go ahead with that. I'm just gonna give that a swirl to ensure that all these pieces get covered. And that is our spicy marinade. Cover this. And we're going to set it in our fridge for about 2 days. What will happen? The liquid will absorb into the chicken to a degree, and then it's going to get a little bit thicker than this, right? And there you go. That's how you get that chicken marinated. Remember, you can use white meat if you choose to, but at KFC they use the dark meat, the thighs, right? And they just debone that, take off the skin, and you're left with that beautiful cut that I'm about to show you. So in the fridge, and let's go to the breading. So this chicken here should be marinating for a minimum of 15 hours. That's where you're gonna get all of those spices fully infused. You get where I come from? And see it there? Yo, just look at that. Drench in all of those beautiful herbs and spices. So after you marinate this for the 15 hours at minimum, or 2 days best. See, what you can do about 20 minutes before you cook it, you can just pull it out the fridge, leave it on your countertop just to chill a bit, because cold chicken in hot oil dry out. We don't want that, right? So this has been on for a few minutes now, right? So next up for the breading, we have here 3 cups of all-purpose flour. But in order to turn this flour into breading, you need some spices and herbs, right? So I have a tablespoon of salt, half teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We have 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme. Over here I have 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. It's a bit clumpy right now. We're going to work through that. Then over here I have a teaspoon of dry mustard, a teaspoon of dried oregano, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and half teaspoon of white pepper. Those are what we're going to put right in here. But first, let me mix them together. Get out all that clump from the sugar. And then now into our flour. So if you've been tuning in, so far we did the popcorn chicken, we did the original recipe, we did the spicy recipe. That one was highly requested and it's over almost 500,000 views. So check that out in less than a month. See? Then we have the barbecue chicken. That was the last one about 2 weeks ago. And finally we have the zinger. After the zinger, one of the most requested ones is that famous bowl. I'm going to give you that one as well as the biscuit. So just stay tuned, subscribe if you're new here, give the video a thumbs up if you like what you see so far. With this now, just going to mix everything together, right? Mix up that flour with all of the herbs and spices, turn it into a beautiful breading. All of these recipes are simple, you know. It's just a technique that you have to have down pat. At this point in time, my chicken is already here. It's ready. Marinated for 2 days. My breading is ready. Then you want to turn on your fryer. I have my fryer on at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what we're going to be frying these in. So oil is already preheated. And then now we have here some water. This is about 5 cups of room temperature water. That's what we're going to be using. And I have a basket right here that we're just going to be using to shake the chicken off and everything. If you've seen my last video, I told you that all of these tools and equipment that I use in the kitchen are down in the description. This is a nice little thing to have because it saves you from wetting up your hands and so forth, you see me? So we have here just a clean container after we bread the chicken to go in. So first up, get our chicken pieces out. Drain the excess off. Just gonna drop that right into our flour. What I'm gonna be doing, I have 4 here, so I'm gonna leave back 1 in the container right here, and we're just gonna fry 3 of them right now. KFC style way I give you, so scoop and fold. So now it's a method. We have to do like a seesaw motion to create those nice little flakes that you're used to on a zinger sandwich. So let's go. Dip under, cover that up like so. Beautiful. Right. Alright, scoop and fold 7, and then we're gonna press now. Get all of that flour in, lift that up, and then now scoop and fold. Create those light little pockets of flakes, you see me? And then now to create those flakes even more, open up your hands like so, dig under, and leave enough room in between your fingers. This is typically done in a basket. I don't have a basket, so I'm just going in with my hands. I'm just going to do a seesaw motion back and forth to just shake off the flour and to get some light little flakes going. So we do that. Knock it back and forth. Beautiful. And look at that. And you see those nice little flakes. If you see any bare spots like this, feel free, grab a bit more flour, drench it on there, top it off. We're gonna go into our water. The reason why I use a basket, as I said, so my hands doesn't become wet. I'm just gonna twirl that back and forth. Many people ask, do you use egg wash? No, we just use room temperature water. And if you're wondering, so you're washing off all of that seasoning then? No. You see, remember that has been marinating, you know, then we bread it, you know, and because the marination is nice and thick, it helps the flour to coat it even better without no egg wash, right? Just twirl that back and forth or sideways gently to ensure that everything is submerged and get nice and wet. Pick that up slowly, and then we're going to do a jerk motion to release all the excess or get off all the excess water. There is no water dripping, so we're good to go. I have that tongue. I'm going to separate these so they don't stick. I'm just going to place them down into the breading. If you're doing more than 4, do not overcrowd the breading because it will become lumpy too quick and you won't get those nice flakes. So again, scoop and fold. Get that nice and flaky. So we bread that twice, you see me? Yeah. You don't necessarily have to go the 10 times, you know, but the more you do it, the better chances you have of getting all of that flour and that nice flake, you see it? Yeah. In between the hands again, seesaw motion, get off the excess flour. And remember, there's no skin on here, but you're gonna feel like there's skin. There. Nice and flaky, like there's skin on there. Put that in a clean container. So the oil is up to temperature. If you realize the basket was down in the oil, that's what you want. So that we kind of grease the basket, so to speak, so these don't stick. Now we're going to go down with them. So we're going to fry these on 330 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 to 7 minutes. The internal temperature that we're looking for is 165, 170 at max, and that's in degrees Fahrenheit. So let's go now. Beautiful. All right, here comes trouble. Looking nice. Flakes for days. Flakes for days. You see how beautiful that looks? Look at that. No skin, but yet so flaky. Crunchy. And we're gonna assemble the sandwich. So first get a little bit of oil, spray it in a pan. Nothing too much because we have to toast our buns. Now the buns of choice here, I have a video out how to make your homemade burger buns. Yes, I know. I have a lot of videos. See, you can check that out if you want to make some fresh homemade buns to be big enough to fit those nice fillet of chicken. But I bought store-bought already. I got myself some calling bunny again. Got myself some brioche buns, right? All I'm gonna do is just toast them. KFC normally drop those in a machine. They go in 15 seconds and they toasted. Buns must be toasted because we don't want a saggy bun. To assemble the zinger now, we have the buns nice and toasted. As I said, we're using brioche buns, right? We have here some tomato slices, mayonnaise. We're just using regular mayonnaise right here. And then we have some nice green leaf lettuce. Everything has already been washed. Medium cheddar cheese. And that's basically it for the zinger. The zinger is just a normal, simple sandwich, but it's the techniques and the flavors. We don't put too much condiments on there. So first up you need to do, so on that bottom bun with our chicken, the chicken may be a bit bigger for this one here because these buns are not as big. Because the chicken is hot, you go on with your cheese. This will help to melt your cheese. Gonna go over with your tomato now. One nice fat slice of tomato, and then in with your green leaf lettuce, and then finally mayonnaise. So mayo onto our top bun. And it's just regular mayo that we use. You see me? Right on there. They have got KFC Zinger sandwich. And there you have it. KFC Zinger sandwich, Jamaican style, is quick and easy. You just need to get those techniques right, and I guarantee you'll have perfect zinger at home. So if I did give you some value, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the thing if you're not yet a subscriber. Me I go dig in on one of this because I talk, and honestly, my mouth is salivating. So let's go in. And remember, we have over 5 recipes now in the KFC series: popcorn, original, spicy, barbecue, and no zinger. You asked for it. Next up is the KFC famous bowl. Yeah man, make we dig in and see what I go on. This is it. Good to get a little bit cold because for there I take picture and a bag of thing, but make we dig in. Nice and juicy. Wish me could have shown you. Battery above me. Up. Camera dead. When you taste it, I go say yes. I drink a sandwich, just big one thing. And you know, hot like how if you hot. So out there I take picture. So until next time, safe travel upon the gravel and go and big up on yourself.